What's up, you guys? Maddie's listening to Gary Vee. I love it. Getting those positive vibes rolling. All right, guys, back from cardio. I'm still wearing my weighted vest, I just realized. By the way, I got this question a lot because I've been posting my stories wearing my weighted vest, and everyone's like, should I get one? Like, do I need one? I'm like, no, you don't. You absolutely don't need a weighted vest. Like, I didn't buy this for prep. I bought this just for fun and workouts and stuff. And then I just happened to wear it while I do cardio sometimes. They're like really expensive, by the way. You don't need one. Okay, get that off of me. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Anyway, guys, it's a little bit later start to the day. It's like 7:30. I prefer to start my cardio around like as close to 6 a.m. as possible because quite honestly, the sun starts like breaking into the windows of the gym and it gets really hot really quick. So I try to do it before that happens. But last night was rough. It was one of those nights, and this can happen on prep, especially if you're truly digging. And by digging, I mean like your calories are so low that they're unhealthily low. Like my BMR is about 1850 or so. That's how many calories I would burn if I was in a coma, okay? So I'm not talking about my maintenance calories, which is probably 2,900. I'm talking about my BMR, which is about 1850. I consume 400 calories under my BMR every single day, which puts me to roughly a 1,500 calorie deficit every single day. That is insane, and that is a true dig. And because of that, crazy things happen. Like my sleep is just all over the place right now. Last night I woke up, well, first of all, I peed last night, I think like 3 times.
20 times.
It was,
oh my God.
It was ridiculous. And fun fact, you pee more when you're losing fat. So, but then also I just like woke up, I feel like I choked on my spit in the middle of my sleep or something. I don't know. But then it got stuck and I kept waking up to like cough. Anyway, I was up for a while last night. It was rough. But we got 30 minutes of the cardio done, got some steps in. It's like 7:30 or whatever, and we can kind of begin to start this day. By the way, I'm drinking the Zoa. I freaking love these. I know some people, they've been saying they don't like them. I don't think Maddie likes them.
I didn't like it. Yeah.
Why don't you like it?
It just tasted off. Well, remind me. I literally take like a small sip of it. I won't put my lips on it because I just put lip gloss on and I know you don't like that. Oh my goodness. It has a taste to it.
Yeah, most things.
It has a weird taste, like similar to why I don't like Red Bull. It has a weird taste to it.
I understand why people don't like Red Bull. I still like Red Bull, but I like those. And I see you're drinking your 3D. Okay, you know what? You owe me. So. So I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I was gonna film today because our apartment is a mess, and I figured, you know what, I can tie that in because I wouldn't consider it out of laziness that our apartment is a mess. I would consider it out of the fact that we're slowly dying, because I love clean space. I'm like, I have to be in a clean space, but just with prep and everything, like we'll just be on the couch and we'll look over at the dishes and be like, nah bro,
it's
not
hard enough
today.
to even get out of bed in the morning and like move your body. Like your body does not want to move and burn calories.
Facts. This is my physique update as of 3-ish weeks out, more like 2.5, something like that. I realized I haven't really even given you guys a proper physique update, but this is where we're at. I think the hardest thing for me this year is, you know, like I mentioned before, early on in the series, is I just didn't have as much time as I thought I was gonna have on this prep, and the last thing I want is to use that as an excuse, because I still chose to, you know, do the show and everything. It just sucks because last year I was very shredded, and that's kind of like the expectations that I have for myself, is to come in extremely conditioned, and one of the most conditioned is always my goal. And this year, just because they announced the show so late, I was basically told 12 weeks out that the show was happening. I'm like, crap, I gotta hurry up. So I feel like a little behind. I don't wanna say behind, because I do think I'm gonna make it, and I'm pushing very hard for that reason. I just feel like it's gonna be hard to live up to those expectations. Something I'm working on is literally just like being okay with not living up to my insanely high expectations all the time. I let it push me and motivate me, but never, like, at some point you just gotta be like, you know, proud but never satisfied, in a sense, you know. We're gonna make it, we're gonna get shredded, maybe not as shredded as I want to be, but shredded enough. And that's what matters the most. And you know, at the end of the day, like I am doing 2 shows. So I actually do recommend doing 2 shows, not only because if you're gonna work so hard to get shredded for a show, it kind of sucks to only have that, like that moment on stage for, I don't know, 5 minutes and then that's it. It's like, all right, 20 weeks of dieting for 5 minutes on stage. That gives me an extra 3 weeks after the first show to come in extremely diced. I know I'm gonna look great at it, and I'm excited. And at the end of the day, I still have that second show to look even better. And at the end of the day too, I'm saying at the end of the day a lot, you know, this is just my second and my third show, all within the space of a year, less than a year. I'm just doing this to learn, because the journey starts now. Like this isn't the end of the journey, this is the beginning of the journey. So in the future shows, I'm gonna be so much more experienced, and for that, I'm so pumped. But guys, it is like 8:40. I've not eaten anything. The last time I ate was last night at like 7. So I haven't eaten in 13, 14 hours basically. I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. And then we gotta get a workout in. Okay, breakfast. We're gonna have an omelet. So we're gonna have some deli ham on that with some spinach and onions. Maddie's got me hooked on onions right now. I don't know what it is. It's probably prep, let's be real, but I've been cooking with onions pretty much every single meal now, including my salads, my dinner, my breakfast. Just adds so much flavor, and right now my food is so bland that I'll do anything for flavor. I do want to shout out real quick. I don't know if I showed this in the last video, but these Team Tua pump covers are literally so dope. I need a better mirror to show you this, but this is, I got an extra large, so it's kind of an oversized long sleeve. It's like a thicker cotton material. Literally, I'm in love with this thing. And they are live on the website, so check them out. Pick up one yourself, but man, these things are sick. Now this is gonna be an egg white omelet with some reduced fat cheese on it. And it's pretty much the same thing I make every day. Sometimes I'll have like slight variations. Maybe I'll put in turkey bacon instead of deli ham or whatever. I will say today, I'm trying out this like thick, delicious looking bread instead of an English muffin like I typically have, just to mix things up a little bit. And the worst thing ever happened. I'm out of my rice cakes I'm obsessed with, the tomato and basil ones. So today I have to have the white cheddar ones, which at that point it's just a regular rice cake. I mean, I'm not that big of a rice cake guy. I kind of explained this before, but when it comes to those tomato and basil ones, like those things have my heart and soul. Those things are so good. All right, I think we're ready for the egg whites. Okay. Oh, hot. It's hot. So I basically told you I was making an omelet, and I turned it into not an omelet, by the way. It's just scrambled eggs at this point. It has been extremely hot here in Arizona. It's actually gonna keep getting hotter. I think today the high is like 104 degrees or something like that. So
touch your seatbelt.
I'm like wearing this black long sleeve. Anyway, we got the Beam pre-workout here. It's actually a Beam shaker bottle, like the really nice metal ones, which I really like. And what's your code? Mad Oak. Mad Oak will save you 20% off. These are all the pre-workouts I'm using is from Beam. Same with like their greens and like their aminos and everything like that. Overall, feeling pretty good today. Probably because yesterday was a refeed, but honestly, my refeeds are honestly like they're barely even refeeds at this point. Typically, like the way I do refeeds for my clients is I put them back up to pretty much maintenance, maybe just slightly under maintenance. But my coach, probably mostly because I'm like behind a little bit, I think it's more of a mental thing. He raises my calories a little bit, but I was still at like 1900 calories, which is it's still like 1,000 calorie deficit for my refeed day. So it didn't actually do that much for me, but better than nothing. And hopefully I'll get a pump today. You'll see. Oh. I can say that again. So we just got to the gym, and not gonna lie, like these sessions for the past couple weeks at least now, it's just like, it is hard to get going. Once I get going, I surprise myself usually, and I feel pretty good most of the time, but sometimes I'm like, the idea of doing a single rep seems just like this impossible feat It's rough. I haven't driven to the gym knowing that I was gonna have just a bomb session in weeks now. Like I mean, I have been having good sessions mostly, but on the way to the gym, I'm literally just like, how am I gonna do this?
It's like a race to the gym to see if like we still can have the energy that our breakfast gave us by the time we get to the gym and feel good.
Yeah, got to get my mind right. I'm gonna have a talk with you guys later because something pretty crazy, in my opinion, happened yesterday when I was like doing my cardio. But it's all up in here, guys. Like, you just gotta conquer this dude right here. Whew, you guys. Okay, so gym session went good. It was hard, but once I got the momentum going, things picked up. I still have some cardio to do and some walking, so that's kind of the priority now. And there's definitely those thoughts, they creep in, just like, how am I gonna do this tomorrow and the next day and the next day? You just like gotta fight that. You just gotta focus on right now. But I do want to have a talk with you guys, something that's just been on my head, in my mind lately. So yeah, I'm gonna go in the office and we'll talk. If you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to give it a like. I really do appreciate that, and just know that you're helping a starving kid fulfill his dreams in life. So give this video a like. I really try, I remember seeing this a lot last prep. I try not to be over dramatic. I don't like complaining, and I don't want to come across as just constantly complaining and wanting people to feel sorry for himself, because I don't. Like, I fully understand I signed up for this. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm fatigued because I chose to be. But at the same time, I do want to just be real and present the truth to you guys. And something that's just been on my mind, it happened yesterday. This was like a really defining moment, I would say, because yesterday, I think, is when I reached what has so far been the lowest of the lows. And it has nothing to do with my positivity. I'm still a very positive person. I like to look on the bright side of things. And that's gotten me really, really far in life, and it's gotten me through some hard times. So the positivity was there, but just physically, I was just beyond drained, beyond done. And I was sitting on the couch, and all I could think about was how I had to go do cardio. And I managed to get up. I'm actually on the second floor in my apartment complex, so I had to walk down that flight of stairs, and like literally, I'm not even kidding you, I was like about to stumble like down the stairs, and I had to go to the apartment gym and do incline treadmill for like 25 minutes or something like that, like to finish off my hour-long cardio for the day essentially. And it just seemed impossible. And I was feeling kind of in a dark place, honestly. Like it was really rough. But I've learned now that just, you don't admit defeat. Like, yes, it's an extremely hard situation in that moment, but that doesn't have to define the rest of the day. And I wasn't sure how I was going to overcome that moment, but I was willing to try. And so I got on the treadmill and I just went full machine mode. Like, I just turned it on, put the incline up, the speed up, and just started walking. And I took that moment to dig deep in my mind. And I don't know if this sounds crazy or anything, but I kind of just found this new, potentially undiscovered part of my mind that the best way I can explain it is, in the matter of 10 minutes or so, I went from just like my lowest point on prep to my absolute highest point on prep in the matter of 10 minutes. Nothing happened during that time. I didn't go, eat a cheat meal and feel better because of the food or the calories. I was still just equally as drained, as depleted, as hungry, as tired. But I was able to just find this new spot in my mind that just totally changed everything. And all I could think of in that moment is that, like, this moment now, this dark, exhausting moment, is such a defining moment in my life. And I thought about how, everyone, like, we grow up, we watch all the best action movies, right? We go to the movies and we watch these stories of the hero saving the day, basically. And everyone wants to be the hero, right? Everyone wants to be the hero. Everyone wants to be disciplined. Everyone wants to be that disciplined guy. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to be great. But even though everyone wants to be the hero, how often, like, let's say your neighbor's house is on fire and you hear screaming in the top floor, how many people actually go and run into the building to save someone and be the hero? Everyone wants to be the hero until it's time to be the hero, and then you find out that you don't really actually want to be the hero. Everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to do a beast do, is a quote from Eric Thomas. I realized that everyone wants to be disciplined until you're given that opportunity to be disciplined. And then how many of us, I would say over 99% of us, shy away. And I realized now was my chance to be disciplined, to not care how tired I was, how much I didn't want to be there in that moment, how exhausted. I mean, it literally feels like you're walking through molasses at this point. Like, just every step is, I'm not even kidding you, it's 50% harder than normal. But I realized, like, this was my chance. This was my chance, and how much more could I grow from this moment? And I want to be the uncommon breed. Me, my brand too, Take Uncommon Action. That's what we're all about. I want to be the uncommon breed. I want to be known as, like, man, this guy right here, he's on a next level. He is uncommon. He's different than the rest of us. And I realized this was my chance to prove that. And it's not to prove it to anyone else. There was no one else there. It was just to prove it to me. Without telling this story, no one would have known. I could have skipped. No one would have known. My coach wouldn't have known. Maddie wouldn't have known. No one would have known. But I would have known. And I was thinking, just, man, like, everyone wants to be disciplined, or so they think, but if you want to be disciplined, you will purposely put yourself into situations where you prove your discipline. And in that moment, you find out whether you shy away or whether you do what you need to do to be disciplined. And for me, I literally fear the idea of being mediocre, but I also fear myself. And I was thinking, like, okay, hypothetically, I wasn't going to quit. I will never quit. But I thought, hypothetically, what if I did quit? What is so fearful about that moment of quitting? And I realized that if I quit, I would have to look myself in the eye and know that I quit. And that greatness that is inside of me, and it's inside of you too, that greatness that is inside of me would feel so disappointed. And I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of myself, because I know what I'm capable of. And when I give anything shy of that, I don't think there's anything more disappointing or disrespectful that you can do to yourself than cut yourself short of your true potential. But anyway, guys, I mean, that was a powerful moment for me, just unlocking this new part of my mind. And that's why I do this. Bodybuilding is simply a way for me to express that inner greatness that we all have, but we have to find it. And the way you find it is by putting yourself through situations like this, where the choice becomes yours. Are you going to do it, or are you going to back down? And bodybuilding is just one example, but you're given these opportunities every single day. If everyone wants to be successful, and we love when we hear Gary Vee or all these social media guys or whatever, they talk about how they pull all-nighters to get the job done, and we're like, yeah, that's awesome. But then it's so like romanticized, and it sounds so glamorous, right? But then when we're given the opportunity, it's like, okay, I got work to do, and the only way to get it done is to stay up all night and finish it. How many of us actually do it? And we realize real quick that we don't actually want that. We want to go sleep and not get the job done. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to be great, if you want to be disciplined, you have to prove it. And when you're given those opportunities, you better take it, seize that moment, get it done. Anyway, guys, I have a chicken salad calling my name right now, so I'm going to end the video here. But we are 2.5 weeks out, and you're listening to a guy that's willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to quit. And that's how we do things. We're the Uncommon Breed, Team Tua. You're going to see us on stage soon. Give this video a like. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.